All right, this is going to be just a really quick unboxing of the Kanto ORA speakers. Ordered these on Amazon, so I'll put a link down there. So just like usual, any of this stuff that I buy, I usually do some research and some due diligence. So it came down to either these or the Edifier M60s. Which are much better priced. These were on sale and they were, I don't know, I think they were within like $50 or $60 of the Edifiers. So I thought, I'll pull the trigger and check them out and see if they're if the hype is real. So just want to do a quick unboxing of these. And then once I get some time using them, maybe I'll let you guys know how they work out. So, all right. So, got my favorite knife today, the Demco Shark Cub Titanium 20CV. Some of you guys might care about that. Most of you probably won't. All right. So, I'm gonna have to move this out of the way over here. All right, so when you open these up, it comes, this is what you get on top. You get, these are just like the little rubber feet. And then I think I'm gonna order some stands for these though, so we'll see. So when you get, all comes in a bag there, the manual and some stickers. So check that out. Move this out of the way here. All right, so you take that out, and then what you get is 2 speakers. It's packaged up really nicely. I kind of like that. So let's see what's in this box first. You got power cable, this connector there. I'm not a big audio person, so I don't know exactly what that cable right there is, but. And then this one does have the actual power supply, transformer or whatever. It's not on board the speakers, so that's one of the things actually that I'm not as crazy about with this, because the Edifiers, that's built in, so you don't have an extra power block that you have to manage and, you know, mount somewhere out of the way. So that's what you get there, those cables, that power block, and then you've got each one of the speakers in here that are wrapped up separately. Okay, so let's see here. Kind of see what's inside the box there, so I'll move that out of the way. And by the way, these are the green version. So some of the colored ones were on sale. I knew this was going to be smaller than I thought it was going to be, but it's pretty small, which is kind of nice. I like that. So, all right, up close and personal. That's kind of the point of all this. Just so the thing that I like about these, they're just a sleek and clean look. So like, you know, sitting on the desk, they're gonna look nice and sleek and clean, and green. is my favorite color, so I had to go with green. But yeah, so, you know, this as opposed, if you guys look up like the edifiers, this as opposed to the edifier, it's just a nicer looking speaker altogether. It looks more streamlined. So I like that. Get this other one out. This is going to be the main unit where you've got all the, okay, so that cable there that I didn't know what to call it, that connects the two speakers to one another, it looks like, so that makes sense. And then, so this is the main unit. Actually has the power and volume on it. Just really sleek looking. I just love the look of these. That's one of the reasons I went for it on these. So, but if you look, everything's just kind of fairly organized. And I wanted to try something that actually had USB audio. Right now I'm using a Vizio sound bar, and it's meant for TVs, and I'm just using a 3.5 millimeter aux input and going to my computer, and I've had all kinds of issues, either with static, just noise from that, and I've tried putting filters on, buying really good quality 3.5 millimeter cables, you know, everything that I can. I continue to have issues with it. So if I'm on meetings or anything like that, I'll lose audio, or I have noise, interference, things like that. So I thought, okay, maybe I just need to finally just break down and buy some actual computer speakers that are decent. So I did some research, found out that these are some of the best that you can get for the price. I mean, you can spend thousands of dollars on computer speakers, which I didn't realize. But until I got into doing some research, of course, I mean, it's that way with anything. I mean, you can, you know, if you're into pocket knives or anything else like that, you can spend thousands of dollars on any of that stuff. But wanted to get, you know, a good middle of the road, something. I think these are actually normally about $350 or something like that. I think I gave like $220 something for them. I think these are actually the Amazon renewed version. So, but they were all very sealed up. It didn't look like, you know, it was an open box that had been thrown back together. So we'll see how they perform. But yeah, like I said, the edifiers, I think they're like 180 or something like that. So for the extra money, I thought I'd just go ahead and pull the trigger on these. I like the way they look better. And you know, it depends on who. I've seen some reviews. It depends on that actually compare the two. It depends on who you watch. Some people prefer the edifiers, so I don't know, maybe I'll hate these and send them back and buy the edifiers. But thought I'd do a quick unboxing of these, at least to just kind of, that's kind of the point, is I want to be able to show what these things, you know, some of this gear looks like up close and personal, so you kind of get a little bit of more of a feel for what you're gonna get when you spend your hard-earned money on something and order it. Where we, you know, nowadays, you can't, there's a lot of times you can't go to the store and check a lot of this stuff out. It's online. If you want to get certain products, it's all online. So, you know, to be able to get a little bit more of a personal, up close and personal view of some of this stuff, I think is valuable. So, and you know, like I always say, if there's any questions, You can let me know in the comments. You know, I've got them in hand, so if you got specific questions about if you can do certain things or certain features, then just let me know. I'll be happy to test it out and let you know what I find out. So that's pretty much it. Thanks.